Here are 5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards that need reprints. They're reprints and we need them now! So let's get started, shall we?
Dual sauce, extra sauce. Hit that subscribe.
Yu-Gi-Oh reprints tend to, I don't know if anything necessarily decides them aside from Konami thinking that they can make money, because let's face it, that's arguably what it's for. Whether it's for meta cards people have just been dying for, or more retro cards used to promote nostalgia, legacy packs, you know, things like Dark Beginnings, the legacy collections, that sort of stuff. But there are a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that have not gotten reprints, or have not gotten reprints in quite a while, that we need to talk about because Konami needs to reprint these cards, and hopefully we can spread the word about these. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing because I upload weekly Yu-Gi-Oh content. If you like that sort of stuff, this is definitely the place to be. Also, if you want to recommend, or hell, suggest to tell me to make a discussion video monthly, check out my Patreon. Highest tier is how you could do that. And also I have great merch in the description below for some awesome Yu-Gi-Oh merch and other sorts of merch I'm working on. I like to work on a lot of variety of things, but I have some great Yu-Gi-Oh themed shirts on there already, including a Dual Sauce shirt on my YouTube merch one. My one for more specific designs. So let's get started with the first one. The first one is actually going to be Manju of the 10,000 Hands. This guy is a very important monster in relation to ritual spell cards. He is like an upgraded version of Sonic Bird and Senju of the 10,000 Hands. But Manju is like the primo card. This is one of the best generic ritual support cards, and while it may not be up to date with the speed of the current meta, I think its generic effect is still great, in which when it's normal flip summon, you can add one ritual monster or spell from your deck to your hand. Just any searcher. It's actually been reprinted quite a lot, pretty often. Invasion Chaos, Dark Revelation, Champion Pack, Turbo Pack, Dual Terminal, Legacy Collection 3, Secret Forces, and most recently the Hidden Summoners, which makes sense because you had Nephthys in that set, the expanded Nephthys archetype. But the thing about Manju, as we can see on TCG Player, where they actually usually have the best prices. Thing with Manju is that if you may notice that it all retains around that same value, usually around the $5 range, between 5 to 10, depending on the rarity. But that is kind of surprising for a card that it is really good. Clearly it's sought after, but the fact that it has all these reprints and it still has that price point is pretty surprising. And this is like many rarities too. I mean, we go from super rare, we can go to a lot of common prints, and they're all still around the same price. Like, I think we need to keep hammering out these reprints until the price for Manju goes down, so it is more available for more people, because that is important. Let's say the most recent one was Hidden Summoners, and you know, near mint one, yeah, you're going upwards of $5, $6, $7 for this, and it feels like it's a bit much for this card. This card that's been around for a long time with all these printings, and it still retains that value. I think it definitely means that it is in line for a reprint. Again, it has been, you know, it is fairly recently since we got the last reprint, but I think it's still time that we got, because it is a really good generic card that would benefit from getting that reprint. I did have it for number 5 because there are cards that could use more of a reprint than that. So the next card we're going to go on to is... Wait. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, because that helps me upload more videos and know that you like content like this. Armed Dragon level 10. Let's search this bad boy. Here we go. This card I was kind of surprised by, because I wanted to build an Armed Dragon deck, like a goat one, but with level 10, even though level 10 isn't a goat thing. I think it'd be interesting just for, you know, just for testing purposes, out of my own interest. But this card has only been printed twice. Duels Pack, Chas Princeton, and Dual Terminal. Very specific packs, and that kind of leads me to why it should be reprinted. Only been printed twice, and they're both pretty up there in price. We have the dual terminal one right here, which sits near mint for about $22, which is actually like really high for an older card. I say older, I mean it's, you know, first printed was 2006, so it is a pretty old card. So this is like the cheapest you can get are these low to mid $20 range, and like that's crazy for this one card. And that's a dual terminal one. If you want the ugly one, if you want the cool ultra rare one, you're gonna have to pay more, like pretty penny. And these are all damaged. Like if we're going to, let's say, lightly played, you're looking $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80 in some cases. God, I can't near mint. Near mint, some people are a bit more gracious than not, but still, it's between $35 and $40. And that's crazy. Like, I'm not a guy to do market watches. I personally don't watch them myself. I think it's too nerve-wracking. I don't like the jumps in cards and people, you know, jumping on that kind of stuff. I kind of like in some regards that you can get potentially great cards for cheaper in that way, but it makes me freak out too much. But this card is like, it's already pricey. Like, this is the, you know, the point of the video isn't to like be like, oh, buy these up now. It's these need reprints because they're too expensive, and we need more, even for like more relatively obscure cards. I mean, especially since we're getting Blazing Vortex, or got whenever this video is actually uploaded, with a ton of Armed Dragon support, but we're not getting any legacy ones, let alone give us a common or a rare level 10 at least, something, some other reprint. It's only the new Armed Dragons, and level 3, 5, and 7 are so commonly available, but 10 is that one that is just, why is it over this amount of price? Like, I'll probably end up picking one up eventually. I'll probably end up being the dual terminal one because I am a cheapskate. What can I say? Like, there's not even like that much on here. Come on, man. Alright, so the next one, we're actually going a bit more back in the pendulum here with Metamorphosis. Now, when it comes to Konami printing banned cards, they really don't, because, I mean, let's be honest, why would they ban these forbidden cards? They're not going to really make any money off of them, per se. You're not going to have them in meta play. Therefore, top players and more players are going to play them. But I do think it's important for legacy cards to get. We occasionally get ones in some of the more anime-themed packs, like things of Pot-Agreed, Delinquent Duo, on occasion, very rare occasions. But Metamorphosis, we haven't gotten actually almost similar time to the original printing of Armed Dragon level 10. And that was from 2006 in November of that year, and the only other ones we have is the Dark Revelation reprint set and its original printing in Pharaonic Guardian 2003. And Metamorphosis is such a big card for the GOAT format, and now I'm not saying that they need to reprint cards for GOAT format. You know, I understand why they wouldn't, why they don't, but just for reprinting important cards are important throughout the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just for the game, just to get these cards, you know, have a refresh once in a while, just so there is another one out there. You can slowly reprint cards like this, so even if it is banned, people can still play with it, even if they play a traditional format, is the one where all the cards are at one. I mean, hell, you can't even play Neo Bubble Man with this card banned, so this card's basically banned. We need cards like this. I mean, I really like when they reprinted Delinquent Duo in the Kaiba collection. Metamorphosis was the one that we didn't really receive, and you look at some of these printings, and yeah, they are a bit up there. I mean, this championship pack is just absurd. So it would be nice to have a higher rarity than just the common ones that are already pricier in comparison to older cards. You know, let alone having like the nice super rare, but like there's no way unless you're trying to do a collection or a max rarity, and you need that version. But if you want a near mint one, yeah, you're looking anywhere from $20 to $30 for that. For the Dark Revelation one. For the Pharaonic Guardian one, if we're looking here, yeah, they're around the $10 range, and that's pretty crazy for an old card. more reprints of this, and I feel like it's important just for older cards, especially ones of this power to have. All right, I got 2 more for you, so let's check the next one. Next one is actually Ojama Country. This one I didn't realize, so I actually read an article semi-recently. So Ojama Country is the field spell for the Ojamas. It has a really good effect. It's basically needed for an Ojama deck, I would argue. I'm not entirely sure how the Armed Dragon variation works with that, but the more traditional Ojama decks that I have played, that you need Ojama Country. But it's only gotten 1 printing, and that is in Raging Battle from 2009. Yeah, it's not uncommon for a lot of these cards to have been released prior to 2010, and very rarely do they get another reprint after that. With Ojama Country, it's just the one, and it's a rare. It's not a super rare or anything. It's just a rare, and it's sitting at $10. So you have to pay $30 at minimum to have a playset of these that you would probably need if you're building an Ojama deck. And that's crazy that the Ojamas, which shows up now and again, hell, they had, I believe in the Dual Overlord set, one of the recent ones, they had the new Ojama, Ojama Emperor, and the upcoming set, I think also in Blazing Vortex, is going to include Ojama Pink, I believe it is. So the fact that we're still not getting a reprint of Ojama Country is crazy. Like, do we have to wait till an Ojama pack comes out? You know, Ojama Chaos? Like, we might have to at this rate, because, like, this is crazy. A rare, 1 printing, $10? Get out of here! Ugh! Like, come on. Like, we need more reprints of... Like, it should not just be 1 from forever ago. Like, that can't be okay. You know, it can't be sitting at this price. This is absurd. It needs to be cheaper. So the last one, I don't know if any of you actually know, but that is Blood Mephist. Mephist in your face. This is actually a synchro monster. And surprise, surprise, it's actually a World Championship card from 2011. Yeah, I don't think any of these cards, aside from Manju, have been past 2011. It only been released in Championship, and it is not like a card like Victory Dragon or Meteo. Like, you can use this in duels, basically. And its effect isn't broken or anything. 2800 attack, 1300 defense, level 8 synchro. Once per turn during your opponent's standby phase, you can inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each card they control. Each time your opponent sets a spell or trap card, inflict 300 damage to your opponent. It's not a broken card. It's not bad, but it's not broken. But the thing is, if you look up Blood Mephist on here, one, it's this version, the super rare, is just straight up not available. And if you want the other one, which is also not available, you're going to notice that it tends to go for, the median price is $30,000. That is some GameStop stock right there. It's crazy that they wouldn't reprint any cards like this, because they're not past reprinting championship cards in other special ways. But this one was kind of surprising to me. The fact that, yeah, it's like not a broken card. It's not anything like super duper crazy or anything. Like, it's a championship card, so I guess they want to keep it special. But even still, like, this would be a cool one to reprint. They reprinted other championship prize cards and whatnot. Like, this says this one listing. And, okay, there we go. It's a lightly played one. $30,000. Yeah, that might need a reprint. I'm not BSing you. Like, this, you're eating straight from here. Blood Mephist should not be $30,000. But I think just to use it, just for people to play it, to mess around with it, for its effect, I think would be fun. And more cards should be available. It's kind of the whole point of reprinting, is that more people have more access to more cards, and to play it, and to buy it, and have more fun, and it works out for everyone. So, if there's any cards that I missed, definitely let me know if you think I should make a part 2 to this. You know, hopefully I can compile enough cards, and if you'll give me enough feedback for this, then we could make something happen. So until I see you all next time, have a wonderful day.